Alright guys, I'm gonna make this video somewhat longer than almost all of mine in the past, and we're gonna kind of go step back towards right around August, where I made a almost 30-minute video. This should not be that long, but if it is, bear with it. It's gonna be a more informative tip, especially for current markets and whatnot. But we're just gonna jump right into this, and your reactions are gonna be kind of funny for this one. We're on probably not the best website in the world, but it's still a good option. And let me kind of vouch for why I'm on CSGO Lounge. Over the past, it's been notorious for cancer, spam bots, scam bots, money bots, whatever. You know them, they're there. I'm sure it's still deceptive in some way, shape, form, or fashion. However, make this kind of a big however, there are some really good options here. If you have some decent skins that you just don't really want to sell for a super cheap quick sell, I've noticed a lot of key bots on this website that pay right around 90 to 92, maybe 93%. You just have to find them. They have to be an appropriate bot. You make sure you do what you're doing and make sure you're very smart with it and you're very safe, you're cautious, the whole like. But it's still a really good opportunity, and if you do come across one of those and you are looking to sell in pure keys, they are not a bad option. Now, of course, these bots are in it to make money for sure. It still gives you some bit of a tool, and it's something that I don't think we should entirely rule out right off the bat. Yes, it is pretty much AIDS, I would say 95% of the time, but you get that 5% bit of luck where something just is right, somebody is legit, or the bot is legit, and it's just an overall good experience. You don't really lose anything for even going on here and trying it out and checking it out and seeing. And I feel like if you're going to do it, you should just give it a shot. If you're even in the markets right now to trade, why not give it a shot? It's a tool that I kind of gave up on for about 6 months, and I've decided to slowly start investigating it again, and I've noticed some really positive outcomes. That all being said, we're going to move on to our next one, which is the Steam forums. Now, the thing is about these, it's still not ideal because everybody can post every hour on the hour. Majority of these are bot accounts where people have had it set up. I really wish I knew how to do that because I would definitely fucking do it. That way, I don't have to worry about being every hour on time, but it doesn't matter. These, although your post is on this page for a couple of minutes at best, it's still relevant. To put it into a simple perspective, everything matters in your title. If I'm scrolling through here, I'm going to look at this guy's because it's all caps, it's decent, and it has something that catches my eye. If you have something that is somewhat expensive, I would recommend doing it in all caps. You know, looking at Cut Knife Marble Fade, I notice it, but it's not like right there. Open inventory plus knife, that's probably one of the worst things to put on there. Why is it that way? It's because it's like, he just says open inventory, but he doesn't list what his item is. Thus, you have to click on it, requires effort. It's easier if you want to attract somebody's direct attention. All he says is very low float knife, 0.15612, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. I'm going to assume it's some sort of safari mesh or whatnot like that. Now, no shit onto this guy for sure, but he could get a lot more attention if he just posted what knife it was, rather than forcing me to click on it, click on offer this guy a trade, go to his inventory, and see that oh wow, it's a Gut Knife Ultraviolet. I was wrong. I mean, he's still pretty low tier. However, whatever. It's not the most ideal option, but he would get a lot more attention if he was just posting Gut Knife Ultraviolet field tested low float rather than saying open inventory plus knife. If you get what I'm saying, all of this is all in the title. If you have a really good title, 4 knives, yeah, it's misspelled, but I'm assuming he's foreign. Doesn't matter. About this guy, it makes you attracted to because you want to see, well, you know, what knives does he have? It's still something that grips your eyes. M9 Phase 2 wants offers. It also helps, I've noticed, by being more specific. If you say keys, a lot of people, that weeds out almost every offer that's items. If you're solely looking for keys, post solely looking for keys. You know, don't post item offers or whatever. If you're looking for item offers, post item offers. That way people with keys don't even bother or waste their time. Stuff like that is really catchy. Being extremely specific, such as this person, gets really specific offers. It weeds out any cancer, it weeds out anything stupid, and it just kind of flows. Bayonet Rust Coat, oh boom, he's got a bunch of capital letters and he's very upbeat with it. Yeah, the Rust Coat doesn't interest me, however, I notice it right away. And the point of this is, if you can post it with a really good title, with a really solid description, you describe what it is, put its float value, put exactly what you're looking for out of it, put its price. If you can do all of that, it saves people time and it makes them actually want to trade with you. It doesn't make people have to go through and see what type of knife it is because you're too fucking lazy or you're trying to be mysterious, which in turn doesn't really get you anywhere, as being really specific does. Moving on. We are now back onto trade bots. I know people are so sick and tired of seeing these through me, and I kind of am tired of using them. However, I have to note, sometimes these can be a really big moneymaker. Oftentimes, as I've always said, I refer to a single item because I know what its price should be, and I respect that item so much to say that if the economy's doing good, I know what its price should be. If the economy's doing bad, I know what its price is going to be, so I have no doubts about its price at any given point. That item is the Karambit Doppler Factory New. Now, what is amazing about this? Used to, the method was go out, buy keys really cheap, put those keys onto these websites, and make a lot of money. That has since changed. Now, it's getting to the point when prices are inflated, as they so are, it's cheaper to buy keys off of a BitSkins or OPSkins bot or website or whatever the fuck you want to refer to that as, and take those keys and go to Reddit. And when you go to Reddit, you can find a Karambit Doppler listed at approximately 110 keys, which translates to, if you were to put those 110 solid keys onto this website, it's about $300 or so. However, if you were to take those keys, buy the Karambit Doppler, put the Karambit Doppler onto this website, you will get about $330. Now, that's an additional $30 profit that a lot of people wouldn't know. A lot of people would just put their keys back onto this website and would try and pull something off. And with it all being inflated and whatnot, it's probably not a good idea. However, flipping between these two, you notice at this point that it's really worth going in here and putting your money on Reddit, buying an item, and then putting it on here. Yeah, like especially with the sapphires, the emeralds, the rubies, and all of those, because those are so cheap over on Reddit. Like 100 keys for a gut knife sapphire, right around 100 keys actually. It's probably somewhere right around like 103, but it's still a lot more efficient to go on there, buy it, and then put it on here for $320 or so. If you catch on to my drift, the point of making a lot of money when it comes down to this shit is being extremely cheeky. It's being a sneaky little bastard. And that is the best way of making money when it comes to all this. It's solely about outsmarting a put-in-place system. I came across an idea, and I'm still not going to fully release that idea because I'm still giving it a whirl. It is taking a little bit longer than expected, but really, it's because I've been putting all of my time into trade servers rather than any of these websites. Putting all my time into trade servers, I've noted that people try and lowball you, and it's nothing that's horrible. I just don't like being lowballed. People will go and they will pull a Reddit post from 2 to 3 months ago and say, this is what it sold for, this is what I'm going to offer you. Prices have been adjusted, prices have been inflated, and now I'm not even going to bother dealing with you if you're offering me 20 keys less than what this item is actually worth at the current market set and time. All that being said, putting your money onto Reddit, buying something in keys that has been relatively recent posted as well, be fair to the person. If they have a decent price set out, like a Gut Safari Mesh, or Gut Safari Mesh, holy shit, no, I meant to say Gut Sapphire, my bad. If they have a Gut Sapphire that's listed at 100 keys, you can imagine putting that 100 keys into this. That would, in actual value, translates to about $250. Now, putting it onto the website gives you about $275 because they give you about 2.75 per key, which is still a lot of money. However, if you're able to buy one for 100 keys, why not put it on there for $320? That in total makes you $45 extra than people would have imagined before. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like the weird thinking, the, hey, Reddit's prices haven't updated yet. What if I go over there and I pull something out and I go over here and I try to put it on? Now, I mean, for me, I had to downgrade items and pay an item, so my gut emerald really, that would be basically breaking even as much, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather see if I can get pure keys and still go through with my other theory. But overall, if you've noticed, it's just something that you should give a shot. Going and buying a Karambit Doppler for 110 keys on Reddit and putting it on here for roughly $20 as well, it's just something that's actually worth taking the time and seeing if it's going to make money. Everything that I've guessed at is going to make a decent amount of money, and people just kind of overlook that. People just say, oh, you know, I'm just going to put my keys on there because they're giving me $275 per key rather than $250. Still, nothing to complain about, but you need to keep this shit in mind. There's other options to make even more money. Now, we're also going to talk about the downside of these websites. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these prices are set in stone and a little, in my opinion, a little erratic. I don't think a Karambit Fade factory new is $482, but whatever. I also don't think a Karambit Tiger Tooth is $431. It's not like it's far-fetched, for sure, but it's not like it's even either. Anything over the Steam market value price points is where you start getting into some hazy territory, because now these guys have to go in and assume the prices, and they always kind of overvalue stuff a little bit. The other day, I saw a Karambit Marble Fade on here for $570. It wasn't a stat track. That was their price on the actual regular Karambit Marble Fade. That is way too much. They don't really keep their prices updated on a daily basis, and the problem with that is prices update on a daily basis. Nothing is the same between 2 days unless it's something like the emeralds and the sapphires and the rubies that are very low in stock and they're managed to kind of hold their value. And lastly, I'm just kind of touch on Reddit. I've touched on Reddit many times before. It's just a decent website overall to use. If you're going to use it, you might as well. Front page is where you find some of the better deals. However, I would always recommend just kind of searching for the item that you want. Given the fact that if you put the time into like the research and you go through tons of different stores with the same item, you'll find somebody who's wanting to sell theirs really cheap, really fast. And if you get lucky enough, damn, that's worth it. And stuff like that is why we go in and we talk about these sorts of things. I want people to understand that every trading method has its ups and has its downs. All of these websites, they're the same way. They're a method, they have their ups and they have their downs. If you can learn how to outsmart the system, and I'm not even saying like outsmart as in fully go in, cheat the entire system, and just be an absolute asshole. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is find other methods to make even more money. Now, all I have to say to finish this off is good luck with all of this. If you manage to find something that is a really good deal or a really good method and you wish to share it, you can leave a comment and help other people. If you wish to be very private and semi-selfish, you can not say it at all. I kind of prefer not to say my methods, but it's what it is. My name is Nomi. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more trading videos, and in the future, I hope to be able to deliver. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.